let's do it again. And this time I'll try and win as the Republic. Again, hidden movement. Turn the debug off. Sorry, folks. Right. And this time I'm going to try and win. Because I thought we were doing okay to start with. I think the idea is try and hold on to territory, hold on to land, and don't lose everything. So we're trying to hold on to... We can't have on to Aragon. Well, I don't think it's missing. I think that there are... Sometimes games like this came in 2 versions. So like side 1 would be 1 player, side 2 would be 2 player. And all we have is... All we have in the game is a Z80 snapshot. So I'm trying to protect my ports. So these are now the baddies. Again, baddie hat. So they're going to be strong in the south. So I reckon if we found the cassette tape, we might have a chance of playing single player. But this game is only available on mail order. It's not available on... I've not seen it on... Yeah, it could well be, yeah. It could well be they've tried it, they've loaded it, and then, oh, that's it. So I'm trying to do this a bit quicker. Now we know what we're doing. I would expect to go along. So the first phase is deployment. 2 players, it's both the nationalists first, then the Republicans. Now the nationalists, who are the Franco and his mates, there were 3 generals. One of them died at the start in a plane crash. Franco then flew in from the Canary Islands. There was a general in the north who then also died in a plane crash, which is a bit suspicious. So what we're going to try and do is concentrate our forces as the nationalists and try and capture a port. Oh, look, there's a port there we can capture. We can capture Almeria. There we go. We have a port on the southeast coast. That was easy. Let's also try and capture Loro del Rio. We need to make sure we don't lose Granada, though. Granada. Bomb, bomb. So you move the keys around. WEADZX. So moving our forces around. Lots of supply. Because we are the most of the army and we capture most of the supplies. We've also managed to capture, with a bit of luck, Toledo. It was the only place that the uprising for the nationalists actually worked. Everywhere else, it didn't work, including a lot of the people were then shot for treason, which is fair enough because they were trying to overthrow the Republic, which is a bad thing. So we're trying to surround people. Surround people, force them out. The idea with all these hex-based games is have more people next to them than they have, and plan your attacks properly. So you select units. Moving in the open costs 1. Moving into mountains costs 2 because mountains are tougher. Moving across a river also costs. So generally moving around, and you can't stack. The Falange is basically like the Spanish fascist party. We've got no chance of capturing Barcelona at the moment, so let's try and protect our cities. And once we're happy, we press break to go to combat phase. And we select units with S. So Civil Guards and the First Army versus these guys in Loro del Rio. 2-to-1 odds. And Defenders retreat. DR Defender retreat. So you get Defender eliminated, Defender retreats, exchange. So your Defender eliminated is the best. Defender retreats, then it's exchange, then it's attacker retreats, and then it's attacker eliminated. So that was good news for the baddies. Press Enter then to advance. Bit of tidying up. And now we've got no supply left. We haven't got enough supply to attack anymore. Now we've got reinforcements. It has to be in a southern city. Granada. The Moroccans are the army from Africa. Lots of practice in fighting, so they experience combat troops. But they're flown over on Italian transports. So now the Republicans are trying to protect Madrid. Maybe get Toledo back. It is. Make a note of instructions. I'll be doing instructions for Spectrum Computing because there aren't any. And there aren't many games on the Spanish Civil War. It's a controversial topic and one that people don't often like because it was pretty much World War II in one country. Everything horrible about World War II was in here. And it has a certain appeal to people in Britain because it was a war against fascism. There were communists in the Spanish government, but not many of them. Later on, the Republic was much more communist because they were desperate. They were desperate because no one was helping them. And the international brigades went there. George Orwell, who we wanted to call George Lucas. George Orwell. Now, where are you? You're going to move up to there. That's on purpose. Right. We're going to try and do some good. The miners are going to attack Oviedo. We're going to have extra resources. And we've done an exchange. So this is actually good for the Republic. We're going to eliminate this unit and advance that unit. We've now captured a city. The city where Franco got married. We've got 9 supplies left. It's all about trying to eliminate units, surround them and eliminate them. And I think we can 2, 4, 6, 9 versus him. And we've recaptured Toledo. And we're going to advance. The controls are a little bit fiddly. Enter often does things. Sometimes S is select, Enter does stuff, Space does stuff. It's a bit weird. Break moves on to the next phase. Currently, the Republic is winning. It's what we want. It is. It's also it's not covered much. So George Orwell, when he was at school, it was the First World War. So they were trying to teach the kids in his public school about the First World War. Oh, isn't the war brilliant? War is good for you, but it's a man of you. And all the kids are like, yeah, this is all shit. We're not doing that. So they're growing their hair long, being on parade, being slack, not giving a shit. And after the war, there was a sort of nostalgia. Yeah, absolutely. There was a nostalgia for the First World War. And he was sort of like, people were missing the war. So veterans were like, oh yeah, we're missing the days of the trenches, yeah, well, So obviously the survivors, not the horribly wounded. And it was like, okay. So they're missing the war. And he was feeling like, I've missed out somehow. And he wasn't the only one who felt, I've missed out somehow. Which is quite strange. It was quite strange. And the Spanish Civil War, he had something like a quiet portion of the front had artillery. It had trenches. It had snipers and barbed wire. So it's pretty much like a quiet section of World War One. Because what they didn't have was lots of artillery. Because they just didn't. So now we're going to wipe out the southern corner. See, we're charting up the border. In the real Civil War, the nationalists went and got lots of help from Portugal. Lots of help from Portugal. Because obviously the Portuguese were... These are Carlists. Move them up the coast. And the nationalists are going to advance towards whoever the hell you are. I think this will do. And I need to try and keep an eye on Madrid. So we've lost Toledo. In the actual Civil War, Toledo lasted for a long time. So we can now attack. See, 3 units here can attack Brunete. Brunete gets a bonus being in mountains. We can buy extra resources. That's an exchange. So they lose their unit, we lose a unit. So I choose... You choose the weakest unit, obviously. Press Enter. And then have a unit advance. Bosh. So moving towards Madrid. I've got 9 left. I can attack 3, 5, 8. I believe we can now attack. Press Q, gives you some help. Carry on, Commander. 3 to 2 odds. If I buy extra resources, I might get a better odds. Defender retreats, and they cannot. The defender retreated. They can't retreat anywhere. Behind them is the sea, and in front of them is. There's also 3 of us. There's also Portugal, which they can't go into because the Portuguese won't let them. And finally, there is the sea. So they are basically wiped out as well. So we've captured another port, and we now have got no more supplies left. We get reinforcements into Grenada. These are the army of, again, Africa. I swap hats. So I'm trying to hopefully win the Civil War as the Republic, if I can. So, the Republican militia are going to advance down the coast. So you get 3 movement points. So I think we might be able to go 1, 2, 3. And up here. This is a powerful unit. The Katana Assault Guards. These are basically like Super Riot Police. Or SWAT or something. So they're very powerful. The Basques are in trouble, but we're trying to try and get to them. I think we can run out of supply, which we don't want to do. So try and keep our front running. What's my hat falling over? So you've got quite a good front around Madrid. The south is not going well, and neither is... Actually, the north ain't doing too bad. The north is not doing too bad. What we're going to try and do is do well in the north, hopefully. Now it's combat phase. The miners versus a phalange militia. We are going to buy... So we've got a strength of 4, 2 attack plus 2 attack versus defense of 3. Buy extra resources. Shit. And we've lost a miner. This is bad. And the right-wing militia is going to advance. That was a bad attack. However, I think down here... It's 1-to-1 odds. Yes, we want to buy better resources. It's an exchange. So I'm thinking I can get to lose a crap unit. No, not a good one. And then advance. So this is going all right round Madrid. 9 points of supply left. 2, 4, 6, 8. And we've worked out the Phalange militia. This is basically a fascist militia. And we're going to advance. Excellent. This is going a bit better for the Republic. So currently, it's a draw. 0-0. Don't save the tape. Don't concede. I'm guessing, is it maybe first to 22 victory points? Who knows? I know in early 1939, the Republic did try, change hat, sorry, and negotiate peace with the nationalists. And they were like, no, we want unconditional surrender or fuck off. So we're going to retreat a little bit to force ourselves around this square. The right-wing militia are going to go and capture Gijón. We're going to capture Santander. And the army is going to move into the Basque Country. Up here, we're not doing too well. We're going to protect Huesca. And we're just trying to hold on. And here, the Moroccans are going to go and help out the Carlists. And he's out of supply now. Because lots of units down here. Lots of units down here. And let's attack. So there's a unit on the Portuguese border. 1-to-1 odds. Spent extra resources to attack. Made it retreat. And that was a decent Spanish army. That was 354. So that was a good Spanish army. We've managed to wipe it out. It's forced into Portugal. It's probably now in prison. We've got some units around Brunete, Phalange versus this unit here. 2-to-1 odds. Again, We've wiped out a militia. And we don't want to advance, though. Now we have, never mind. And finally, let's... Yeah, let's not do anything for now. Reinforcement phase. We've got some more Moroccans. Moroccan soldiers have to come in. This is the army in Morocco in the south. Italians have to come in a port on the southeast coast. So here, the German Condor Legion was an air unit. Has to be any friendly city. I'm going to put them in Avila. These are Nazis, obviously. We've got a new army, which is the Spanish Second Army. Have it in Cáceres. And a Spanish Fourth Army in Salamanca. So reinforcements for the nationalists, who are the baddies. At the moment, the Republic are still definitely the goodies. Later on, when you've got NKVD death squads, it's a bit nastier. Yeah, it was. I know. I was reading about some of the big attacks on, like the Italians attacked Guadalajara, and didn't do and got wiped out. So we've got Guadalajara. That's Madrid. Keep Madrid safe. But I think we can move around. Just keep grinding away at them. But I need to get some more troops across. Capture Teruel. Because Aragon is doing okay. So we're doing all right so far as the Republic. We're doing better. I think now we can start looking at wiping out some of these lots up in the mountains. The Basques are still in trouble. The miners are definitely in trouble. And I think the miners need to retreat. And they've gone. Keep them in play. Malaga is safe. I'm going to capture Cordoba. And this... Oh, and we've got some units here. And now we attack. I think we want to attack this unit on the end. Oh, sorry. The keys are a little bit fiddly. 1-to-1 odds. Yes, we're going to spend extra resources. Shit. I should not attack at shit odds. Attacking at shit odds is a very bad idea. We haven't got the soldiers to soldiers to spare. However, attacking at good odds, like here, 3-to-1 odds, yes. Don't waste supply. And it's an exchange. So we lose a militia, and they lose a militia, and we get to capture Huesca. So we're going to keep our frontiers safe, and then try and capture Pamplona. We could attack again, but we're not going to. We get some reinforcements. The Soviet Air Force. Let's send them into Toledo. A new Republican militia. Let's try and keep things safe. Empty city. Oh, see, we still control Jaén. So now it's 1-0 to the nationalists. We don't want to save. We don't want to concede. Swap hats. Because the nationalists get a lot more help than the Republic does. They get Italian infantry, and quite a lot of them. They get Moroccans, who are powerful. And I need to keep an eye on you lot. And maybe keep an eye on Malaga. The attack on Malaga was horrible. Here we've done well in Extremadura, so now these armies can now go to attack Madrid. These new powerful armies have arrived. Because Madrid was doing quite well until we lost a lot of soldiers. See? This is called Caudillo. I'm currently the nationalists, who are basically General Franco and his pals. So up here, we're going to pursue the miners into Asturias. Capture Oviedo, and then we stop. Hello there, Jim. This is our second go at this. Okay. Actually, we can do here. That's our second go at this. And the first go was a stonking victory for the baddies. I'm the baddies because I've got the Nazis helping me. And we've got the Nazis helping you. You're never the goodies with the Nazis helping you. So we are selecting units. The Spanish 8th Army, the Condor Legion, and the Spanish 2nd Army are attacking this one unit here near Madrid. 2-1 odds. And I'm not going to have any extra resources. And it's in exchange. So we swap armies. I'm definitely a baddie, yes. So I'm going to lose a unit. This one. No. Yeah, that one actually. And this unit will advance. So it's all about trying to combine units to attack. So I don't think I haven't got enough units to attack up here. Because I've only got 6 supply points left, you see. Indeed. So now we've got more reinforcements, we've got more Italians coming in. So the numbers are for the latecomers. That's an Italian flag. 353, attack 3, defence 5, movement 3. And we've got another Spanish army. This is the Spanish 4th Army. This is a decent army. And because I've not captured Pamplona yet, I get to put an army there. Swap hats. Wearing a nice beret. Because we're now the goodies. If you play long enough, I think the Republic eventually gets controlled by the communists. Because they could actually help. The assault guards are basically like riot police. We've got various militias. The Republic was in desperation, so basically they started to arm everybody. So I think Soy and Baddie is probably okay. It's Estoy. I am tired is Estoy, whereas I am married is Soy. So Soy, I always get them wrong though. Yeah, one is Casado and Cansado. So I'm sending my troops up in the mountains. So you move them around. It's not quite a hex map, but the squares are offset. So I'm going to... My miners are retreating into Asturias because they're running away. I can't go into Portugal. Nothing in the south. The anarchist militia, I think, are better off retreating a little bit and helping. And then we're stopping. We've still got control of Malaga, the civil guards. So these guys are going to get surrounded if you're not careful. So we're going to retreat to Murcia. Just to keep them safe. And right, so I need to make sure they don't capture cities. Cities are worth supply points and victory points. He's next to someone, he can't move. That'll do for now, I think. Now we attack. So, this militia, the anarchist militia, and the Soviet Air Force are going to attack this guy. It's 2-1 odds. We are going to spend extra resources. We made the Phalange, who are the Spanish fascists, retreat. And we're going to make... Sorry there, Jim. Sorry you're in jail, mate. Oh, it's Twitter bollocks, isn't it? Twitter is generally just a right pain in the arse, isn't it? And hopefully, up here, we've got Catalans, and the Catalan assault guards versus these bastards up in Hack. So they're in Hack, so they get 50% defence bonus. And I've wiped them out. So we've wiped out a unit of, I think, Carlists and captured a city in the Pyrenees. So this is looking a bit better for us. Oh dear. Twitter's a bit silly sometimes, isn't it? Oh, we get another Soviet Air Force, though, which is nice, in Guadalajara. Another Republican militia. So the circles that are empty are Republican cities. The solid circles are nationalist cities. So currently, it's 1-0 difference to the nationalists. I don't want to save to tape, and I don't want to concede. Swap hats. The baddies. Yeah, you can sort of see what they're trying to do. It's like, but it doesn't have a lot of intelligence sometimes, does it? So I'm going to try and, the idea is you want to try and surround people and grind them down. So as you can see here, there are some units that are going to get wiped out. So the nationalists control the south pretty much. But there are strong forces in Andalusia. And they still control Malaga. So we need to, the nationalists want to capture Malaga. We've got Italians, though, who are going to cause trouble. Up in Murcia. Oh, that'll be posh, Jim. That'll be posh. So you're shifting everyone along. Once you move next to an enemy unit, you've got to stop. So you've moved. You're chasing the Asturian miners. Up here, we've got people in the Basque country. We're guarding Pamplona, but we're going to try and try and wipe out the Basques first. Now, we've only got 12 attack points, so you have to choose where to attack. I think the best place to attack will be Talavera, which is next to Madrid. But we can't attack with everything. 3, 6, 9, 12. We can't. I don't think we can use the oh, maybe we can. The Condor Legion. No, we can't. Because we haven't got enough supply points. Because each supply point costs 1 to attack. But it's 2-to-1 odds, and it's in exchange. So both sides lose a unit. So we lose a good unit, they use a shit unit, but we get to advance. And we're now out of supply. We get some more Italians. Lots of Italians. Change hats. So I read a book last night. It was like the Spanish Civil War in 1 hour. And it covers everything pretty well. So, we're now the Republic. We need to start moving. This is International Brigade. These are volunteers from around the world who are trying to help fight fascism. Thank you. I had a Soviet hat earlier as well, because the Soviet Union gets involved. So we've got problems now with the Basques. But we've captured Pamplona. We've actually got a reasonable strength in Aragon. We could keep the Basques safe. They're basically barricaded up in the mountains. And we've got a reasonable front line. I think we could do some actual good over here. He's already moved. And capture some of the strong national cities in the north. The north. So, we're going to attack someone in the mountains, which is very risky. We want an attack that's probably going to work. So we're going to select these militias and the Soviet Air Force and the other Soviet Air Force. We'll give it a try. Yep, 4.5-to-1. And we do want to spend extra resources because we want to win. We've won. We've wiped out a right-wing militia, the Phalange militia. We've taken out some nasty fascists. And we're advancing to the mountains. This makes me happy. Now here, I don't think the odds are going to be good enough to attack. Because they're in the mountains. So I'm waiting till next turn for that. And save our supplies. We have some more supplies to build now. So any empty city we can build in. So Alcala we can do. We can... Not these ones, they've been captured by the baddies though. So we can reinforce stuff in... No worries, Jim. Now, we can have some Asturian miners. Can we have Asturian miners in Valencia? Yes, you can. It's currently... It's a draw. It's 9-all. Don't save the tape. Don't concede. Let's put the light on. Oof. So in case you're wondering how I'm moving the things around the screen, if I make the webcam bigger, just for the moment. If I find the webcam. If I can find the webcam. If I can find the webcam. Blue snowball. Emote wall. New webcam. Right. Just showing, in case you're wondering, the keys are all over this side of the keyboard. So imagine the letter S is in the centre. Then you've got basically moving around. You've got up, left, up, right, down, left. Sorry, down, right, down, left. A is left, S is select, Q is help, and then enter and break does other stuff. Break is basically go to the next phase. Right, make the picture this smaller. There we are. So nationalist movement. Nationalist movement phase. Oh, wrong hat. Remember, nationalists wear the evil hat because they are evil. And to be fair, yeah, they were. Not nice, the nationalists. I'm not saying everyone on the left was perfect, but the nationalists were not nice. Not nice at all. So we're going to keep pushing forward. Get the Italians involved. And yeah, that'll do. So we're going to attack in the south first. Various militias. And the Condor Legion, who are not Nazi Luftwaffe people. 3-1 odds. That's pretty good. Defend a retreat. So the Republican militia is not dead, but has retreated. Press enter, and you move the piece. Up here we've got right-wing militia versus miners. 1-1 odds. We are going to spend extra resources with yet to increase our chances. It's an exchange, which basically means we wipe each other out. And that means the threat to Galicia is over. So Asturias is now captured. Leon is pretty much captured. There is a risk here coming from these bastards capturing Old Castile. 20 points left. How are we doing up here? I think we can start on the Basques now. The First Army, the right-wing militia versus Bilbao. 2-1 odds. We got lots of supply and we've captured Bilbao. So we want to eliminate a crap unit and make our good units advance. And press break to end the turn. And we get more Italians. I told you there are lots of Italians coming in. And another Spanish army. That's going to be in Burgos. Burgos was very strong for the nationalists. And a right-wing militia in Logrono. Now we swap hats. Back to the goodies. Because otherwise the Republic would have captured Burgos and that would have been a massive blow to the nationalists. Republican movement phase first. We want to try and save the Basques. And not lose Pamplona. So we've got surrounded this one unit on the end, which is pretty good. Advance into Aragon. Capture Soria. Capture Segovia. So we are pushing forward. Leave him where he is, though. And I need to go and protect Toledo. There we are. So you can stack air units with ground units. And get these units out of the cities and into fighting. Right, we choose where we're going to fight. We want to try and save the Basques. So a Basque militia, Catalan militia, Catalan assault guards versus the guy on the end. 1-2 odds. Definitely attack. That was a really bad attack. And the nationalists are going to advance to recapture Pamplona. That was catastrophic, by the way. That was horrible. It is specky, yeah. It's just the colour. It's very careful use of colours. It's quite a late Spectrum game. So that was horrible. That was, by the way, that was really bad. I'm now going to try this guy and maybe the Soviet Air Force. Out of range. 1-to-1 odds. An exchange, so that's good. That means they lose their Moroccan unit. 464 is a good unit. They lose that. And we're going to lose a very poor militia unit. And that's all we're going to attack with now. We now get some Soviet troops coming in. Soviet infantry coming in Valencia. And we've got another Republic militia in Albacete. The baddies are now winning advantages of 4. I believe once it gets to over maybe 21 or 22, it's game over. Don't save, don't concede. So you can just give up. You can give up, so Duncan had a go, and you can give up on the first turn, which is a bit pointless. Baddie hat. So, we've got lots of baddies now have lots of troops. So let's get the Italians up and around. Everyone moves along. These are decent, powerful units. We're going to capture Malaga. So we haven't got Madrid yet, but we'd like to get Madrid. We are attacking up here. Actually, we're advancing towards Barcelona, which is there. Because the Republic have left, unfortunately, that big attack has left themselves wide open. And we're going to advance now towards the Republic flank. Make sure everything on the north coast is captured. Yep, everything is as it should be, except everything is as it should be. There we are. Let's do some fighting. Let's get the Italians doing some work. Italian infantry, Italian infantry, Italian infantry versus whoever's in Albacete. Now, the defenders of Albacete can actually get the Soviet Air Force to help. We're going to say yes. It's 3-2 odds because the Soviets are helping defend. So the defence is 5. And we're going to have extra resources to attack. And we've worked out the Republican militia. And we're going to have this unit advancing. It's all about squashing people up together. And the Italians and the Carlists. Carlists are various types of royalist. Attacking Cartagena. 2-1 odds. Yes, spend money. And we've captured Cartagena. It's all going a bit wrong for the Republic now. However, they are getting a bit short of supply. So we've attacked Soria and lost a unit each. So we're going to lose a militia. They lose a militia. And we liberate Soria. So it's not going quite so well now for the Republic. We've got reinforcements. Oh, look. What do we get now? Italian infantry. Lots of Italians coming in Almeria. Supply phase. Chained hats. Yeah, there are 2 videos on this on YouTube. Hopefully this will be a bit more educational. It's not a bad little game. The two player this is a bit weird. So we got movement phase first. So we're going to need to move our miners. Try to form what I call a front. We desperately need to send troops up the coast towards Barcelona. Keep pressing forward here. You're going to... You can't move... Oh, you can move there. Now, sensibly, I think you guys should start retreating. Because that's Guernica. We've heard of Guernica. That's not going to be good. At least the Condor Legion's far away. And you should probably stay where you are. Right, let's attack now. So you attack by selecting units. Bomb, 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 bomb. I think I've lost the Soviet Air Force. Back to attack Brunete. 2-1 odds. 1-1 odds, sorry. Yes. And we've recaptured Brunete. Which is good. That's worth a victory point. And I think now we haven't got. I don't think we've got enough surrounding to worth attacking. It's very risky. So to keep our troops safe, we now get some Soviet armour, which I'm putting that into Barcelona. Also, we want some Republican militia in Ciudad Real, and another militia in Guadalajara, and another militia in Lerida, and another one in Reus. Currently it's 8 to the nationalists. Don't save, don't concede, change hats. Yeah, I wanted one player, but you can't have one player. What can you do? So, the baddies. So fortunately, I think we've managed to save Barcelona. Let's get some Italians to help on this front. Because we're not short of Italians. Moroccans. Italians. More Italians. Lots of Italians. See, all about surrounding people. We've got a unit here to go and spare. You, come on, help, please. Thank you. Combat phase. Let's first of all let's attack the Basques. We've got Bilbao, right-wing militia. We're attacking Guernica. 2-1 odds. And it's an exchange, so we lose a unit each. So I'm going to lose a crap unit, and we advance and capture Guernica. That's an extra victory point for the nationalists. We're near Toledo again, so we're going to attack Talavera, Spanish Second Army, right-wing militia, the Condor Legion, who are Nazis, versus Toledo. 2-1 odds. Big push. Defender retreats. Oh, no. And the Soviet Air Force has to retreat to a friendly city, which is going to be Ciudad Real, and the nationalists are going to capture Toledo, which is just south of Madrid. And we've got some stuff down here. Let's have the Italians do some Italians and the Moroccans versus this guy. 1-1 odds. We've got resources. Oh, we've lost a unit. The International Brigade has defeated the Moroccans and the Italians. Double fascists. We're going to lose the Italians because they're not as good. And the International Brigade are going to recapture the city. You weren't expecting that? I was not expecting that. We've got a new build though. A new army for the nationalists. Not Segovia, but Avila. Change hats. As far as I can tell, there's no sound whatsoever. No sound. But then, what would you have? Just beeps, really. So Republican movement phase. It's all getting a bit tricky at the moment around here. But we can advance. And capture Segovia. So we've got a front line going. Alcala. We could advance down. So we've got a front line now. Look, front line. The miners are going to block here. Soviet infantry cross the river. And then advance. Soviet armour. 1, 2, 3. Catalan militia. recapture Huesca. And the Basques are going to retreat out of the Basque country because they're getting slaughtered. That's that done. We've not got much combat, so what we're going to do, we're going to protect Barcelona. 3-2 odds. I'm going to say yes to more resources, and we've worked out a decent Spanish unit, and the Soviet tanks are going to advance. Excellent. 7 supply left, so not a great we can do. 2 for... We can attack 6, but that's Talavera, and it's in the mountains. Avila's not in the mountains though, so we'll attack with these militias into Avila. It's an exchange result, so we lose a unit, the top one, and advance. And now the Condor Legion has to retreat, and they're going to retreat to there, and we've captured Avila. So we've made the Nazi air forces run away. Now it's, see, 5 of the nationalists. The Republic is pulling back. Don't concede, don't save. See, it's getting a bit faster now. Supply phase, change hats. Nationalist movement. We're going to finish them off in the south. We've captured Malaga. We're not doing so well in the middle, but we'll sort that soon enough. Keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. Basically, the Catalonia and Aragon are the Republic, but everything down here is doing pretty well. Now we attack. Let's finish off these guys in the south. 3-1 odds. And actually, that's not too bad. The anarchist militia fought well, fought an exchange result. So essentially, exchange 1, they lose a unit, we lose a unit. So essentially, we lose a crap militia and they're wiped out. But that ain't bad though. They actually did pretty well. We're attacking with 3 units near Madrid, and the Soviet Air Force is going to help defend it. 3-2 odds. We're going to have extra resources to attack, and the nationalists have got a bloody nose. We've lost a unit. We're going to lose a crap militia, and we're not going to advance though because that will be bad. 19 supply left. Let's go for the Basques. 2-1 odds. Extra spending resources. Made the Basques retreat. They can't retreat. They can't retreat into France, so they're wiped out. So it's getting a bit tricky on the far north. And 8 points left to attack with. I'm going to wait for now. Wait for next turn, I think. So I'd like to attack with 3 units. Nationalist build phase. More units. See, even more units for the fascists. We can't put it in Segovia. We can have a unit in Burgos though. Supply phase. Change hat. So you also know which side I'm playing. Because I have to play both sides. It gets a bit confusing. Anyway, it's nostalgia. This is our second play of Caudillo, a game about the Spanish Civil War. At the moment, the nationalists are winning, but not as much as they were in the first turn. They basically, the nationalists have done well in the Basque country. However, the Catalonia is strong with the Republic, so is Aragon. Madrid is still holding. This is now August 37. And the Soviet Union is involved, and people are fighting. We've even got a front going on. We're trying to surround troops around Madrid. There we are. Let's do some attacking. Republican militia, 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 militia. also I want the Soviets involved. If you press F, that lets you select units in a stack. So everyone involved is going to attack Toledo. A ground unit isn't adjacent. So not you. Ah, be you. That'd be right. 2-to-1 odds. We want to win in Toledo. But that's pretty good though. Don't spend any extra resources. Exchange 1. So we wipe out a Spanish army. Indeed. It looks a bit like that, doesn't it? It's very yellow. But we're going to lose a militia. So we're going to lose a militia unit. This one. And we're going to make our decent army advance and capture Toledo. Madrid is still held with us, which is good. We're now a bit short of supply. We're going to try and attack this guy. Unfortunately, our militias and armies attacked the Moroccan army, which is very good, and we've lost a unit. Actually, we've lost all our units. AE is all attackers eliminated, so we've all been wiped out. That was catastrophic. The way it's open now towards Valencia. Absolutely catastrophic for the Republic, that was. That was a disaster. We have some reinforcements though, thankfully. So we're going to reinforce into Alicante. It's 8 advantage to the nationalists. Don't save to tape. Don't concede. Change hats. So I wear different hats. When I wear this hat, I'm the nationalists / fascists. When I wear the beret, I am the Republic. So we're going to advance now. We want to get Madrid, don't we, really? So we're going to try and surround the Republic now. We've got Italians, we've got Moroccans, we've got right-wing militias, we've got all sorts. Everyone troops coming from all angles now. We've even got a Nazi. I can't put him here, but I can put him here. So that's a Nazi airborne unit, who are obviously not very nice. He goes here. Coming out of the mountains now. Combat phase. You have 32 supply points, so you have to choose where you attack. So we're going to attack with right-wing militia, Italian infantry, Moroccans, who are from Morocco, attacking Ciudad Real. 3-to-1 odds. Defender retreats. Which way to retreat to? That's the Soviet Air Force must retreat. And they want to retreat to Madrid. No, to Madrid. Press enter. Let's have the Italians advancing. We've also got some more stuff in the south. Italians, and Carlists versus whoever's in Murcia. 3-to-1 odds. We've captured whoever's in Murcia. And the Carlists advance. Not so good for Valencia. And right-wing militia, Spanish First Army, and Carlists, who are royalists, attacking Pamplona. No ways antiques. Have fun. So extra resources also means you can attack less, a bit more chance of winning. Defender eliminated, which means we get to recapture Pamplona again. And are now out of supply. Supply phase, which means it's end of turn. Change hats. Back to the Republic. A reasonable amount of supply. We want to make sure. We want to try and surround these people and attack them the best we can. 1, 2, 3. So I've now got 10 points against whoever this bastard was. The phalange symbol means I've got hidden movement. So you can see there's a unit there, but not what it is. Old Castile is pretty much fallen. We're not doing bad against whoever's in Talavera, but we are running very short of soldiers. Very short of soldiers. Now I get to fight. International Brigade, Anarchists, Republicans, Republicans press F. The Soviet Air Force are going to attack Talavera. It's 3-2 odds. And we're not going to spend any extra. Exchange 1. So basically, he loses his unit and we lose 1 unit. So we have to lose a unit. We're going to lose one of our militias, which is this one. And 1 unit advances this one. So that's pretty good against Madrid. And now the Soviet armour, Soviet infantry and Catalans versus Pamplona. Exchange 1. So we lose a unit. We're going to lose a militia. We're going to lose a militia. You press enter to lose it. And the Soviet tanks are going to roll into Pamplona. So I think now you have the Soviet hat on. And now we're not going to have supplies now to attack again. Nationalists are now winning advantage of 9 though. Don't save, don't concede. Change hats. The Soviet Union basically took 3/4 of Spain's gold reserves in order to help them. So not very nice. So the nationalists should push down. We want to capture Madrid, really. And we've got a chance of doing it. It's just our armies are quite stronger in the south. Lots of Italians. Lots of Moroccans. Madrid is up here. But also we'd quite like to get to Valencia, which is an important city. So you select unit 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We've got some quite strong units in the south. 1, 2. The Moroccans can move further. They are better troops. Let's advance. I'm in the mountains. Now we get to fight. We've got to surround units and grind them out, you see. It's now November, December 1937. 3-1 odds. Loads of troops versus one poor bunch of bastards. And they still manage to survive. This Republican militia have to retreat, but they're not wiped out. However, they can't retreat anywhere. So I'm going to have these Italians advance with enter. So I've got more troops though. So let's have right-wing militia, Spanish Second Army, and the Nazis, the Condor Legion, attacking these guys in the mountains. Spend extra resources, and we've now wiped out the militia. The Nazis have basically destroyed the militia. Advanced. Not enough supplies left, and carry on. Supply phase, change hat. Now I go to the Soviet hat because the Republic is dependent now on the Soviet Union, and is paying out of the nose for it. We were doing quite well until that one attack it went horribly wrong. It's nice. I was having sangria earlier. Right, Republican movement phase. So we've still got Madrid safe, just. We've got Valencia safe, just. So we're going to retreat to Valencia, or towards Valencia. We're strong in the north. We are strong in the north. So the question is, can we get everybody to attack that guy? Yes, we can. We're ganging up on that guy to protect Navarre. We're probably going to lose Madrid soon, and that's going to be bad. Once you lose, Madrid's worth 10 points, by the way. Madrid's worth 10 points. Now we attack. We're focusing on battles we can win. 3-2 odds. Spend extra resources. It's an exchange, so we're going to lose a militia. And we're going to have this unit advance. So that's pretty good. Apart from that, we are very short of resources now. But now, fortunately, we've got some more militias. Not there, though. They've captured that. But we can have Alcala, Alicante, Valencia itself. 10 points up to the nationalists. Don't save, don't concede. Change hats. Movement for the nationalists. It's all about surrounding people, you see. You surround them, then you get an advantage. And you can do that with hexes. So that's Toledo. We keep capturing Toledo and losing Toledo. Madrid's up here. The Italians are moving up as well. Very strong units to the south, but they're a bit wasted. 2, 3, 4. They're marching up at great speed. And in the north, things aren't doing so well. It is very slippery. In the north, it's not doing so well. However, I can move there and then stop. You're going to stay there and stop. Right, let's attack. Again, we're surrounding a unit near Toledo. Select, 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 select. Bomb. Now, the Soviet Air Force can help defend Toledo. We're going to say yes. 2-to-1 odds. Spend extra resources to attack. It's an exchange. The International Brigade, such as George Orwell, has forced an exchange. They're wiped out, but they also force an enemy unit to go as well. So we're going to choose a shitty militia. And we're going to lose a shitty militia. I have the Italians advance. Italians are very important in attacking. Again, right-wing militias and armies attacking Talavera. 3-to-2 odds. Increased resources to attack. And we've captured Talavera. Again, we're now next to Madrid. It's not looking good. It's now January, February 1938, by the way. And down here, we haven't got enough to spend 8. Because we haven't got enough supplies to attack everywhere we wanted to. But we're going to try and attack Italians and Carlists versus Alicante. And we have captured Alicante, forcing a retreat. And the Carlists, who are Spanish royalists, have advanced. End of turn, supply phase, change hats. Can the Soviets save the day? Probably not. The Soviets are quite keen on Spain being controlled by Moscow, so they sent people around. They were trying to murder the anarchists and the Trotskyists and the socialists and anyone who wasn't the Moscow communists, which wasn't really ideal. So we're on the. We lost the. We are really in trouble. However, I think, indeed, all the ists. But it's not over yet. But it's getting close, I think. It is getting close. We can win some battles up here. 3-to-1 odds. We've worked out that unit. I'm going to have the. So this little bit is up here is fine. Up here, though, not so good. This is not doing so good at all. We fortunately get some more militia, though. And we desperately need some more militia, though. Guadalajara. We can't put it there. We can put it in Gandesa and Reus. 13 to the nationalists. Not so good. Don't save, don't concede. Change hats. So, now it's the nationalists again. Indeed. He moves up here. He moves up here. The Moroccans, I think, should swing around and try and get into what's that place called? Madrid from the rear. We've nearly got Madrid surrounded. So I think Madrid's gonna fall this turn. It's gonna be the big push. Civil Guards. I think we need to focus on Madrid, which is this one. So we got. Oh, hang on. Yeah. I attacked early, buy extra resources, and we've been wiped out. Do not advance. Right. I attacked Madrid early. I pressed the wrong button. Fortunately, I can do it again. This time with the Condor Legion, who are basically the Luftwaffe. 3-1 odds. Defender retreats. Rich Gate to retreat to. This is the Soviet Air Force. They retreat to Guadalajara. Which unit advances? I think the Moroccans do. We've now captured Madrid. This is not looking good for the Republic. And how about down here? Italians and Italians versus these guys. Exchange. We lose some Italians, but we move one step closer to Valencia. We get more reinforcements now. The Spanish First Army. We can't put it in Teruel. It's loyal to us, but it's been captured. We can't put it into Albacete because it's doesn't belong to, it's not loyal to us. We can have it in Granada though. It has to be loyal to us and controlled by us. New hat. Ports are different. If you capture a port, you can get Italian troops in the ports. Hopefully the Soviet Union will send us some more troops. Otherwise it's going to be another nationalist victory. So now, we haven't got enough supply. So we need to find a unit at the back somewhere. And press S to select it. That unit can't move. It can't move because it's out of supply. And it can't attack. However, apart from that, it's okay. We need to try and protect Valencia. We've lost Madrid. This is catastrophic, by the way. However, we have got Soviet tanks. So maybe we can capture Burgos. If we can capture Burgos, then we might make a difference. So what about capturing cities now? Combat phase. 1-1 odds. Spend resources, and we lose a unit. We lose a ship militia, but do not advance because Burgos is worth 8 victory points. So that would have made a big difference. Unfortunately, we didn't capture it. Well, we might as well. Soviet infantry and militia versus Alicante, and we lost a unit, and we're going to lose the militia. And they're going to advance up towards Alicante. That was bad. Now, we've got more units now. You have the Soviet Air Force into Gandia. Yeah. This was actually even worse than the last go for the nationalists. It took a bit longer. But I think... Yeah, that's it. At a certain point, it's game over. So that was 2 games of Caudillo by, what's he called? Blokey Man, Mr. Forsyth. R. Forsyth, game designed by J. Davis. 1988, column 88 games, only thing they ever made. Only available on a